Hi guys, in this video we are going to understand how we can make a settlement or how we can make a payment to the suppliers. Okay, so for that we have to navigate to the bills that are outstanding. So you can click on this business and you can click on this bills to pay. Okay, so in previous videos we noted how we can raise a purchase order, how we can convert a purchase order into a bill, how we can create a bill directly. Likewise, we discussed those things. Now we are going to understand how we can make the payments for those bills. Okay, for that you can navigate to this bills under the purchases. So you can see the bills available, and they have sorted these bills into several sections. All bills, under this all bills category, all the bills including paid and unpaid bills can be seen. This is the draft category. If we have raised any bill but has not been approved yet, then it can be seen under the draft one, then awaiting approval, and the most important thing is awaiting payment. Okay, so if you navigate to this awaiting payment tab, you can see the bills that are outstanding. Okay, so you can see the reference number, you can see the supplier name, you can see the date of the bill, then what is the due date. Likewise, you have the options. Also, if you have any plan to pay this, just assume I am having a plan to settle this bill on 25th April, then you can add it as you can add the relevant date. Okay, you can add the relevant date, plan date as well. Okay. Likewise, you can see the awaiting payments here, and just assume now this bill from CC Associate has become overdue because the due date was 2nd April 2022. Now it has become overdue, so I am going to settle it. So how can I make the settlement? I can click on this bill, then I am being directed to this window, the bill window. You can see the bill, what is the item code, what we have purchased, and the total bill is 155,520. Okay, 155,520. Now I am going to make the payment. How can I make the payment? So here we can make the payment, we can show the payment. Now if you are going to make a partial payment, you can change the amount. Otherwise, by default they are picking up the total payable value. But if you are going to make a partial payment, just say 100,000, then you can change this as 100,000. But in this case, I am going to fully pay this bill. Therefore I am taking 155,520. Then date paid, automatically it is picked the relevant date. Okay, automatically it is pick the relevant date. So if you want to backdate, or if you want to have a future date as well, maybe sometimes we are having some sort of scheduled payment. In that case, you can have a future date as well. Whatever the effective date of the payment needs to be selected here. I am going to keep this as today. Then you have to select from which account we are going to pay it. Now, in this case, I am having only one bank account, but in practice, we can have several bank accounts in our business. In that case, we have to pick from which bank account we are going to make the payment, because we have to take funds from one of our account and then send it to the relevant supplier. Therefore, we have to think what is the relevant bank account. So I am selecting ABC Bank because it is the only bank that is available to me in this case. But in your practical scenario, you can select the relevant bank. Okay, just assume you are having three banks, namely A, B, and C. So if you are going to make the payment out of the funds available in B bank, then you have to select the B bank here. Okay, then you can add any reference. So maybe your supporting document reference can be there. So therefore you have to enter whatever the reference. In a late time, you will be required to track the relevant payment. For that purpose, as well as for auditing purpose, you have to add an appropriate reference here. Okay, so I will add as PV87, likewise, whatever the reference. Okay, once we are done with these details, you have to click on this add payment. It's a very simple process. Okay, so actually now if you again you can navigate to this bill here, view bill. Then you can see the payment has taken place. If you need more details about this payment, you can click on this payment hyperlink. Then you can see the information about the payment. Then payment date, reference, what is the bill number, then what is the date, bill date. Likewise, all the information is available here. Okay, so this is how we are making a payment. This is how we are making a payment. Now, in addition to this, we can send a remittance notice to our supplier. Okay, so we can view the remittance. So I will click on this one. What branding would you like to apply? Here I am not going to change anything because we can change the layout of these documents as per our requirement, but I haven't discussed how the documents can be changed as per our requirement. Therefore the system default layout can be seen here. Okay, so this is the remittance advice. Okay, so whenever we have made the payment, okay, whenever we have made the payment, we can send this remittance advice to our supplier. Then our supplier will come to know that we have made the payment. Therefore, it is a good practice to send the remittance notice to the supplier whenever we make a payment to the supplier. So, how can you send this remittance notice? So you can send it as a physical document. If you are going to send this as a physical document, you have to download this remittance advice and you have to take a printout and send it via a courier or a postal service. Otherwise, you can easily send it through email. Okay, then send remittance advice. Then whenever we click on that, this window will appear, and you can see by default the contact person's email address has been picked here. So we don't need to change anything. You have to just click on this send. But if you want to send this remittance advice to another person instead of the person who is available in our system in respect of this supplier, then you can change the email address here. Okay, so likewise these details are here. Payment has been made by Bispin for CC associate. Likewise it is available. Then the message is available, and if you need a copy of this remittance advice, you can check this box. Then you will also receive a copy of this uh, remittance advice. Okay, so in this way you can send the remittance advice to your supplier as well. Okay, so this is how we can create a payment. We can make a payment in our system to our supplier. Okay, I hope you are clear about how to make a payment, and this is the typical way of making payment. But in addition to this, we can have dash payment and those things. I will discuss them later in the first series. I am discussing the very basic points. Okay, I hope you are clear about this part, and then we will discuss another significant part in our next video.